Tori K TV.
I really wanted to do that.
Do you want to do it this one? Are you sure?
You can do it.
Okay. Cue the intro.
Turn it upside down. Turn it upside down.
Alright, guys. So for this Tori K TV, what are we doing?
We are going to a ghost hunting at the Charles Manson Murder House? I don't actually know how I said that. You might want to research it.
You know, the whole thing is that we don't really know what we're doing. We know it involves ghosts. We know it involves a haunted house. We're not really sure if we're calling the ghosts.
People were murdered.
Yes, where people were
Famous
murdered.
Cielo Drive in Beverly Hills.
But we're not really sure specifically the story, so I'm not really confident on any of the details that we're sharing. So I pretty much just want to leave it open to them sharing the information inside so that we can all learn and experience it together.
But a little tidbit, Michael, who is an awesome photographer that we met at Halloween Hotness, invited...
Y'all, our phone just freaking stopped videoing. Is this crap already starting? Like,
and we have no service where we're at.
What the heck? Did you see that? Yes. Our phone went blank and stopped recording. Okay, carry on.
So,
What?
Okay, so back to what I was saying. So it's for a charity project. It's called the Life After Project that Michael is doing. And he's doing a coffee table book of a bunch of photos of some famous people and not so famous people. And it's for charity, and it's for suicide prevention. So we're really honored to be part of it.
Yeah.
Be part of this photo shoot.
Just be part of this whole experience and take y'all along with us as our camera just turned off for some reason.
So let's go. Front of the house. This is it.
Stay tuned.
There's the address on Cielo Drive.
Literally just told them about what happened in the car with the phone going dark. So I had like a whole moment, and I was like, I'm not like freaked out by it. It's just super, super cool, and I've never experienced like any of this. So this is the guy that lives in this house.
Put a shot in my... You're quiet and calm. She's like, I'm not scared.
Oh, she's not quiet and calm at all.
Oh, no.
But this is Michael, who we've been talking about in the
Hi,
vlog,
everyone.
who is the founder of the Life After Project.
Hey.
So is what I experienced like paranormal activity?
But did you both experience? I'd have to say that the spirits knew you were coming here, and they decided saying, hey, let's let them know we're there for a night of interesting
The same
stuff.
thing happened when I came the last time. The GPS just completely went out when we got close, and we're riding around for like 20 minutes up and down this road, and I'm like, where the hell is this place? And it wouldn't take me there. So it's really
Well,
crazy.
you got here, though.
Crazy.
Yes, I got here.
So yeah, the house is haunted. It's not... I shouldn't say it's haunted because everybody says, who died there? It's like, nobody that I know of. But the house sits on a geomagnetic anomaly, so there's lots of DC EMF levels that are exceedingly high here. And what has been said is EMF stands for electromagnetic fields.
Okay.
Anywhere from about 20 to 50 times normal. And what's been surmised is that spirits, when they manifest, the measurement on the scale rises to where it is at my house constantly. So theoretically, what was thought is that when you come in, or he comes in, the spirits around each and every one of us hits this environment, and it's like a day at the beach. So Marianne Winkowski, the original ghost whisperer the show was based upon, called this place a giant ghost flop house. So, I mean, we've had people that have come in saying, I want to see Sharon Tate. And it's like, I don't know if you're going to see Sharon Tate, but you might see a relative or a friend. And through seances and just by being here, people have said, oh my God, I just got a tap on the shoulder and I heard my grandmother's voice, but my grandmother's dead. And it's like that type of environment. So nothing bad's ever happened here. We've had a few problems with one person in particular named Zach Baggins. I think you guys have heard of him from Ghost Adventures.
Okay.
He lasted here for 3 hours and ran out after that.
Wow.
How often do you do this for people?
I used to do it once every couple of months. We used to do private tours here, but I have stopped and since doing that since I think it was August was the last time we did one. And of course, Michael asked me if he could. Actually, on the anniversary of Sharon's murder was 5 years ago, this middle figurine flew 8 feet to the spot right over where Michael's standing now, where the artist who painted the Sharon Tate portraits and also did the Ouija board table. He was standing there and I was standing there next to him, and it just went flying at him. I was like, and he's like, dude, it flew at me. And I'm like, what time is it? And it's like, it's 12:20 in the morning. Sharon just said it's the moment that she actually died, that she left her body 45 years ago. And I've had the things like the faucets have turned on by themselves in front of me. And I'm like, oh, I said, that is so cool. I said, bravo, bravo. I said, I so appreciate that. I said, but on a real serious note, California's going through a hellacious drought right now. So really, lay off the water gas. I can't afford to really do any damage to the economy and the environment by wasting water, okay? And I've had my friend's wife freak out and never come back to the house because 5 years ago, she's in the 3rd level, she's using the bathroom, and all of a sudden the faucets turn on in front of her and she goes, ah!
There's cameras throughout
There's
the house.
cameras, there's 19 cameras throughout the house. They're 1080p resolution, 3 megapixel, with infrared capabilities and audio. In this room alone, we've got 3. You've got 1, 2, 3.
And that's so you can record?
It's recording all the time. It's for insurance purposes, but it also allows me the ability to record when things happen and I don't see it. I can go refer to it and say, holy crap. There's a beautiful painting, the piece of art on the ceiling there of Andy Warhol and Jean Basquiat. Yeah. Definitely hold on to the railings when you come down. Seriously, you never know.
Is the ghost gonna push me?
It's like, this is an original photograph signed by the 4 members of the band back in '68 when they're in Las Vegas. These are all posters and stuff.
So this is where we're passing. He's telling us to pass through these hallways.
Go this way.
Do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
What do you go this way? You sound like you got...
Not you, him.
Do you feel something?
No.
You belong as an actress in a scary movie. Do you feel something?
No.
You are hysterical. You're a natural, my God.
Thank you.
You're like a scream queen. You don't even know it.
Was I supposed to feel something?
Well, you're not supposed to feel something. If you feel something, you do. Here, walk this way and just feel if there's anything different in energy. Right. Do you feel anything at all?
I'm open to energy.
Right. Am I in the middle of goddamn Scary Movie 5? I'm open to energy. Like, okay, fine.
I didn't feel anything. See if she feels anything.
All right, what do I feel? Right here, I feel a little bit of pressure in my temple areas, like a little push on both sides of my skull. Just pressure. Do you feel anything like that at all? When I say
No.
feeling anything, anything like pressure? Do you feel anything?
I feel stuff.
I feel stuff.
Some people feel.
My shoulders are twitched up.
Katrina Weidman was here 3 years ago with Nick Groff to promote the show Paranormal Lockdown. She said the exact same thing on the 3rd level. She goes, I feel this pressure, somebody pushing down on my shoulders, pushing me into the ground. Some people feel it, some people don't. And it doesn't mean you won't feel it later, it just means she's picking up on it, and I'm a little sensitive. It doesn't mean anything. It's not that you're special.
Okay, so this is where Jack's supposed to be.
Jack Johnson, the first African-American heavyweight boxing champion of the world from 1908 to 1915. His spirits has been visiting here a bit.
You have a very large computer screen.
Yeah. Television. I'll buy the television.
He's gonna show us ghosts speaking.
Hear that? You hear that? I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. That candle. Off the wall, and the frame itself split right down the middle. It's impossible. The 2 nails were still there, but the frame literally broke into 2, and it was plexiglass.
What?
Watch right here. You're gonna see something come out of the wall. Then right there. You see that? There's no explanation for it. There's the butcher block. There's the television. It sits 3/4 of it sits off on top of the TV. So there goes Mike with his flashlight.
Looking a little timid.
Yeah.
He doesn't look very confident. He looks kind of nervous.
And then he goes back. He hears people in the other room. He wants to do a recording session. So he's going to shut the door to block off the sound and watch what happens.
No, he's like,
heck no! He leaves.
I think the last time this one fell over, I believe, or this one, I can't remember.
It's just sitting there. Nobody's touching it. And for no reason, it just topples over. And that's one.
Crazy stuff.
For no reason.
Among the other victims were Hollywood hairstylist Jay Sebring and
Okay, we're going down.
They haven't taken me yet. They're still leaving me.
Oh, so this is where that candle fell.
Yeah. You feel anything now?
Freezing.
No, it's just cold. So in the video, this is the candle that fell.
So there's names on them.
Yes, they're all personally signed by different players.
Okay.
All in person. The mini helmets, and then the full-size helmets,
Ah.
and then the footballs, and then the basketballs. This is the actual underside of the house. It used to come down to here, but I excavated out to leave more room. This is an altar we have to the Native American who is supposedly interred in the mound of earth here. Since that time, we've had different psychics that have come in, and they all reiterated the same thing, and we put this little altar here.
Okay, so there's a hammock here.
There's a hammock here,
And
yes.
you took the hammock off.
Well, I just
what's
so we
the
have more
story
room.
like?
The hammock, well, the television set in the hammock, it's a man cave. Seriously.
So you, after all this house you have up here, you spend time down here?
Oh, yeah, I mean, of course.
Okay, so how often do you come down here in your man cave?
Oh, God, not often enough, honestly. Stuff has happened in this part of the house.
This is like the coolest room ever.
I
This
could live
is
in this
cool.
room
This
with
is
like,
a lot
this looks like
cooler.
my room, like a hippie room. Oh my gosh, like I need that light, that tapestry. Can I? Ooh!
Now,
That's really
that
cool.
post
So
bottles.
interesting. We heard knocking on a wall earlier. My phone has turned off. Nothing crazy has happened. We haven't really started anything. We've kind of just gotten a tour. A couple people have felt energy, like pushing them down. We haven't really felt anything yet, or know if we're feeling anything yet. We're gonna do like a little photo shoot.
Hey, wait, it's groovy, isn't it?
It's even better.
It is
60s
a really
thing.
great time to be alive, isn't it?
When did you purchase this house?
Yes.
I didn't purchase it, I built it. I can't do this.
I was like, wait, really?
Sharon, stop, I heard you, right? I didn't doubt it, I knew this was the reason why you had me put that there. Cool to have a ghost.
Okay.
This is where we are right now. This is 50 years ago. This is the two houses that were here the day of the murders. That at the end of the
So
driveway.
there actually
Sharon
wasn't
Tate's.
any, that makes sense. So there wasn't anything here.
There wasn't anything here. It was just a vacant piece of land.
So then you built this house.
So we built the house. We bought it in 1999. All right, I got it. I understand.
She's talking to
I
Sharon.
don't need coaching. My God, You have that little faith in me? Okay, so this is a picture of the way it looked way back on the day of the murders. This is actually a shot of the driveway.
Yeah.
And that's Stephen Parent's car. He was the first one. He's the 18-year-old high school student that was just leaving the property and was the first one killed. And over here you can see the telephone lines that were cut down. This is actually the driveway. There's Stephen Parent's car. There's Sharon Tate's house, and actually there's Abigail Folger's body that's covered by a white sheet.
So when you purchased this property, you knew
Yes.
that all this had already happened.
Yes.
Did you purchase it, the land, and build it to be closer to that, or just was a coincidence?
No, the reason, the honest to God's reason why I bought this property is purely financial. It was $40,000.
Oh.
It was a foreclosure. It literally was sitting here vacant for a number of years.
And you've lived here the whole time?
17 years now. So this is a wide shot. There's my construction, the house we're in now, and this is the Tate property where the Tate house once stood. But they tore it down in 1994, and they built this thing called Casablanca. Pictures of some paranormal activity. This, which is right over your shoulder, going towards the front door, this actually manifested. This is 35 millimeter high-speed film that this was shot with.
Were you aware that it had spirit tendencies when you made a decision to purchase and build?
I knew there were spirits around this area. I didn't know that they were going to be living inside of my house. But I mean, when I first came up here to see the property, I just felt like, oh my God, it felt welcoming. There's just this energy. It was like, hello, you're back again. It's like, I haven't been here in 20 years. I said, there's Sharon Tate's place, or at least where it was. And it just felt nice. It was comforting. It wasn't like, we're here to get you. What are you doing here? You're a threat to us. This was shot 15 years ago on the 35th anniversary of the Sharon Tate murders in front of the gate. And we captured that. Again, 35 millimeter high-speed film with a piece of junk camera that captured this.
Alright, so now this incredible person. What's her name again?
Celeste.
Celeste is going to do my makeup for the photo shoot we'll be doing at this house.
I don't want to find out if it's there. He's like knock before he gets in the house.
I feel like even if the house wasn't haunted, I want to come just talk to him.
This is a REM pod. It's a proximity beacon. So when you get close to the antenna, that starts to happen. The closer you get, the greater the strength, so that it'll light up. Now watch what happens when I get really right on top of it. I'm still not touching it. When I touch it, it totally goes off. So if it's sitting here and something isn't standing by it or interacting with it, and it starts to go off, you're basically getting a positive response that there's a spirit around.
Okay.
Spirits, are you here with us?
How did you meet this fascinating human being?
It's very interesting.
That's the first time I've been referred to like that.
I actually saw a YouTube special with David in the house, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, this is amazing. And I told my buddy, I said, I gotta get in touch with this guy. So a day or so later, I found him, and I said, hey man, we'd love to come over here and do some stuff at the house and maybe do a photo shoot with you. And this is just incredible. And so we came like a week later, and they did a ghost hunt. And we came and got the chills, and it was pretty amazing. I mean,
And you've been addicted ever since.
Yes, it's very addictive.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I just want to come over and move in and rent the bottom floor, and it's pretty amazing.
How do you feel about that?
I have only one roommate. They're all dead.
I asked them. It's insane.
Anything about it.
The thing's going off.
Whoa! Whoa!
What? I mean.
That means there's a heavy presence that's pushing against that antenna.
Oh, so this is like the inspiration
So
for my
that
makeup.
has to do with you.
So were you into this paranormal activity before
Was I into
pursuing
the paranormal before I moved in the house? Yes. I've always been fascinated by the paranormal since I was a child. Like when I was 5 years old, I saw my first apparition, or ghost. It wasn't really an apparition, it was an object about a foot in diameter. It was blue, green, and red. It was floating, and it floated from my mom's bathroom door in front of the master bedroom, the master bed in the master bedroom, and round the bed all the way into my dad's bathroom door. And it was like, what the hell was that? And I've always been interested and fascinated by the paranormal since then. I guess you could say moving into this house near Sharon's old property was just a lucky bit of fortuitous, things that happened in my life that I actually live here. And no, I was not fascinated and a devotee of Sharon Tate before I moved in here, and still I'm not. I just am a person who appreciates their presence and their being who they were in the day. I don't look backwards and go, oh my God, I wish I could be with Sharon, or things like that. It is what it is. She's just a house guest that visits here on occasion, and that's how I treat it. I have nothing to fear about the paranormal, as most people don't, because we don't live in a television reality. We live in the real world, where if a spirit manifests, what do you think it's going to do? It's going to go, ooh. Too large. Yes.
And what do you guys want on it?
This is the real behind the scenes.
Yes, this is pizza being ordered in the middle of everything.
Celeste, what do you want on yours?
I'm
Look at Tori K's.
Yes.
Look at Tori K's hair.
You want to do
Slay it.
sausage?
We are about to change into our 60s costumes, wardrobe,
Attire.
and do some pictures. So here we go.
You're looking pretty bomb.
Yes, you definitely do.
You definitely got the 60s vibe going.
Own it, yeah, own it, yeah. Watch me own it, yeah, own it, yeah. Watch me own it, yeah. Watch me while I own it, yeah.
Okay, guys. So there's like a little piano in here, and we've heard it like go and like be played without anybody in here. I might just leave the camera up to like see if it can like record it being played, because that'd be dope. There you go.
This is my book. This is Ghost of Cielo Drive.
Yes.
And I'm signing this for you, Tori.
Yes.
Happy hauntings from all
As the... Alright guys, so I'm kind of ending the vlog here because I'm about to leave. We got a bunch of photos done, some really cool photos that'll be coming soon. Thank you. It'll be coming soon. Boy.
Absolutely, you're coming back.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted you to talk a little bit about the life after project.
I founded it about 5 years ago. One of my closest friends since childhood took his own life, and so at the time I had been thinking about doing a few different, photography projects, and then we came up with the idea of, we wanted to do something for veterans, for kids, for people that are in need. We spread awareness to suicide prevention, substance abuse, domestic abuse, and so we're growing and growing. One of the things that I'm working on is I'm doing a tabletop book of celebrities, influencers, and a few normal people.
My mom's gonna be in it.
So I said normal, but anyway, that are advocates for spreading awareness to these things.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun and a lot of work. And
You know some really cool people who live in like haunted houses and stuff.
yeah, we've got some cool people along the way. You guys, being two of them, of course.
I don't know. We don't live in a haunted house, but I guess.
Well, thank God. Could you actually sleep in this house?
No.
I could.
I think I could sleep in
It'd be fine.
a room. I don't think I could sleep in that one room where the piano was played.
Yeah.
The one room that I would actually want to sleep in, I don't think I could sleep in.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be great.
All right, guys. So stay tuned for more with Michael and the Life
Because we have more
After
photo shoots to
project.
come and stuff.
Yes, we're going to have a couple more really cool photo shoots. One that's going to be amazingly cool, but we can't tell you what it
No,
is.
we can't talk about it. So stay tuned. Alright, I guess I could just end the vlog here.
Yeah.
So, bye.
Bye.
That's all I really
subscribe,
do.
comment.
Like, comment, subscribe. All that jazz. Bye.